this morning, felt around for my shoes. Baby, no, I'm the morning. Well, I walk the blues up this morning. Look around, felt around for my shoes. Oh, baby, knew I had to beat a walk the blues. Well, I feel just like on my own, almost from home. Woke up this morning, my little bird flown, I won't leave. Leave my old lonesome home. Woke up this morning, my little birdie flown, little birdie flown.
Thanks for tuning in again, guys. As you can see, we're going through Walkin' Blues. This isn't a Grateful Dead version. This is just, you type in Bob Weir Walkin' Blues on YouTube, this version comes up. I think he's playing with Government Mule. He sat in with Government Mule, I guess, for a few songs back in the 90s or early 2000s. And you can really see Bob's display of his rhythm on this really good. So I wanted to kind of mimic this version for you guys. Thanks for tuning in again. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I really appreciate you stopping in. Hope I can help you with some licks. So let's get right into it. So it starts out in A. But you're not really playing the major third. It's really just the triad of the open A string, the D string, and the G string. Your right hand's gonna be going. That C note off to the A. Then you're gonna go on the 5 right there with your pinky. Kind of bend it a little bit. Kind of hinting you want to go to the major, but it's not really, you don't really ever play the major. You do all these inversions that are never really have the major third in it, you know? So the first one is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one is 1, 2, 3. Really emphasize the G string when you're back in this inversion. So that, like, when you do that, it's just this inversion of A. 7, 9, 10. Go down to your 10 to the 8 to make it a 7 note. And then you're just gonna slide this down chromatically. You can kind of leave this note out too. You don't even have to really play this. It could just be a dyad. And when you go back to this A, right before you throw that in, throw in that little. Now that's a minor lick right there. Such a minor note. Now this one is just the octave when you go. These two. This inversion of A, or this one. It's just these two notes.
All new 2020.
Let me get past this ad and then we'll go back to it.
Visual statement with the Compass's refreshed exterior, a blend of.
So you can see he starts out right there. Then you're gonna start adding in.
Woke up this morning, turned around for my shoes, baby, around the morning, walking blues up this morning.
Okay, so this is going to be a D9 because you're going to have the sus2 note on it. But a 7 and a 2 make a 9. So you have the 7 note on the first fret on the B string, second fret on the G string, and the E string is open. Instead of closing that off, making it a regular D7, you make it open. Make it a D9. You close it off on the top with your bass note. Definitely has like a weird kind of tone with that bass note, but it feels like he's trying to get that major on the top to get that sus2 on the bottom, you know?
Look this morning, felt around for my shoes. Baby, when the moon, well, walking blues up. This morning, look around, felt around for my shoes.
Right there, at the end of the verse. So you're gonna, in the verse, it's just, woke up this morning and I turned around for my shoe. And that's when I knew I had no walking blues. Oh, I switch to that D chord, D9. Woke up this morning, turned around for my shoe. Now you're gonna start adding in your pinky. And this dyad right here. So you put it in right at the end. That's the first phrase. The second one is to emphasize that A.
Woke up this morning, felt around for my shoes. Baby, when the moon, well, like the blues. Oh, this morning, look around, felt around for my shoes. Oh, baby, knew I had the.
So right there, you're gonna do. Now you're going to an E because this is just A blues, A D E. He's just kind of fancying it up. So the way to do the E is the major. You do the G real quick from the minor third to the major third, kind of hinting on that bend. And you really just hit it with your index finger. Really just keeping this rhythm. It's not even really full chords a lot of the time. And right at the end, so you go to E. That's when I knew I had them on. Same little lick on the C to the D. That D9. And then right back to the A. And then do that little 7/9, 8/6, 7/5, and then 5/2 on the G.
Around, felt around for my shoe. Come on, well, walking blues. Oh, this morning, look around, felt around for my shoe. Oh, baby, knew I had them. You know, walking. Well, I feel most like
Now you're repeating yourself.
oh, somehow. Woke up this morning, my little bird flown, I won't leave.
So that was a nice little lick that him and Rob did together right there. So Bob goes, I wanna leave. And Rob on the bass goes, bloom, bloom. It's like they're really playing together. It's nice.
Oh, somehow. Woke up this morning, my little bird flown, I won't leave. Leave my old lonesome
So the way to
home.
do that, you're just emphasizing the 7 with the C, and you're flurrying on the D. Very Jimmy-like to emphasize. I'm teasing the D, but I'm staying on the C, which is the 7.
Oh, somehow. Woke up this morning, my little bird flown, I won't leave. Leave my old lonesome home. Woke up this morning, my little birdie flown. Little birdie flown.
to the 5 on this A inversion. Go down to the 7, 6, take off your middle finger, make it the bar. So you're playing with the 8, 7, 6. So you do that little walk down that you've been doing in the verses twice. So back to that. Take off your index finger. And you do this D9. And after you do that, slide up to this D7, which is going to be, that's your 7 note right there. So 10, 7, 10. And then you're gonna have your middle finger fall on the 8 on the B. Take off your pinky finger on the B. Emphasize that sus4, so it becomes a D11.
Woke up this morning, my little birdie flew.
So from right there, then you go back to that A, do the same like you were doing in the verse. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you strum 4 on this, and then you strum 1 on this. Really suspend it real quick, and then right back to, that's where you resolve it, is the A. So Bob likes to do this thing where he plays a lot of open strings and he sets chords around the open string. So this next little E, instead of just going, sitting on that, he goes, slides up to this E note with this dyad, the top E, and then let go, and this chord, I believe it's just because this is a D, D7, move it up, it's an E, so you're still in E, E7, and then he plays the open E string with that, so he goes, at the end right there, then slides it down, letting off the index finger with it. So it's just a nice little play on these open strings. Let's play it all together.
Bird flown, I won't leave. My old lonesome home. Woke up this morning, my little birdie flew.
Next one, he goes up to the next octave of this A, puts the 5 on, puts the 7 on. Such a weird inversion. So this is going to be the bar A, put the 17 on the B, and put the 15 on the E. Your your ring finger's not doing anything. Chromatic walk down. And then 17 to 14. And he does that little banana, banana. D7 that he does right there. So it's basically just this D right here. Walk down to your index finger. And then you put your ringer so you basically just switch these two fingers, your ring finger and your index. Makes it a 6 and a 7, which makes it a 13, and then you put the 7 on. Looks like you're doing down here. Right there is that D. So let's play the second part all together. Back to that A.
Well, some people tell it's alright. Blues ain't bad. Well,
Just to try it on the top.
Yeah, I had some people tell you. Blues alright, blues is worst old thing I must have had.
Now just apply those same licks. Apply those same licks throughout the rest of the song. He kind of just starts repeating himself. And when Warren comes in with the slide, he kind of adds those same licks in.
Leave it in the morning if I have to, or ride the blind. Well, I've been mistreated and I don't mind that on me. I'm gonna have to ride the blind. Well, I've been mistreated and I don't mind that on me.
If you play with a lead guy and he has his space and you have his space, it works very well.
She got as you move up to my head down, go to her toes, breaking on a dollar most.
Yeah, I hope that helps, guys. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I really appreciate each and every one of you for supporting and helping out and watching the channel. It really means a lot. Really appreciate you guys. So, more to come.